Okay, so we're at Dusseldorf Boat Show and we have got the Targa 45 GT and the Targa 45 Open alongside each other. And I thought I would quickly, I'm not doing a full tour because I've done tours of these boats before, but I'm going to quickly just show you the differences while they're side by side. And the other thing I think you'll notice is, have I put on weight? Yes, I have, because I've been eating breakfast, as has Charles. Have you, Charles?
I have, unfortunately.
Fried breakfast every morning.
Day, yes.
In the hotel, and steak, because it's Germany, and other rich foods most nights.
Exactly.
So if I look a bit podgy, that's because I am. So let's jump on board. So, we're on the Targa 45 GT at the, I nearly said Southampton, Charles, it's Dusseldorf, it's January.
Dusseldorf.
It's been a long show. And the first thing I want to tell you is, check my socks out. Today I've got, what do you reckon they are, Charles?
Let me have a look. Oh, it looks like the Rolling Stones.
Correctamundo. It's the Rolling Stones socks today, which is good. So, come on board the Targa 45 GT. But before we do that, this has a garage. And Charles, the 45 Open has a garage. And as you can tell, this one is open, hence we call it the Open. And this is the GT because it's got the glass doors. I suppose it should be called the CD, shouldn't it, really? Not the GT, but the GT means closed doors. So let's jump on board. Okay, come aboard, Charles. So having the boat side by side like this is very, very handy. You can see that the garage on both of the boats is the same. And you've got space to take a Williams Minijet 280 in those. You've also got a high-low platform down there on both. Charles, show them the platform. Down there. And this converts into a sunbed by pulling this button here, which I always forget. That turns into a sunbed there, which is quite nice. And then you have the cockpit table, whereas the Open, which I'll show you in a moment, is very, very different. So let's jump inside the saloon. So we have this lovely glass door that goes to here, and then we've got this opening. God, it's got a powerful rams, Charles.
You've got to be careful.
Got to be careful, that's quite powerful. Anyway, that shuts there to keep the heat in or out, depending in which country you're in. You've got this lovely U-shaped seating here, and a barbecue just to the side. These boats are all about £1 million ex VAT now, with a full Mediterranean specification. Coming into the saloon, the GT has a highly finished saloon because it's designed not to get wet. Whereas when I show you the Open, it's a teak cockpit and it's what we call a wet cockpit. The hard top on the 45 GT is GRP and glass, and therefore it's a smaller opening because that roof needs to park somewhere. And on the Open, it concertinas, it's a fabric roof, which as you'll see gives you a much bigger opening. Down below, they're all pretty much the same. I'll give you a quick whistle tour, but this is not about the accommodation, it's about the differences in the cockpits, but I will quickly show you. We've just opened the electric roof, so you can get an idea of how big that is. And I've spotted a shout window, Charles. So let's give that a go. Oh, it's a bit tight, this one, Charles. Oi, get the fenders in. They're down there at the bar, the others. Okay, quickly, a quick tour down here. This is the walnut satin wood, by the way, Charles. What do you think?
Beautiful as always. With
Yeah.
that Fairline finish.
We've got the dinette here, which converts down into a bed. And we've got a forward, if you just stick your head in there, Charles, to show them the forward cabin. Quickly, remember this is not a full tour, we're just giving you a quick run through. And Charles will quickly show you the aft master, which is a mid-master, as you'll expect. So let's wander over and look at the 45 Open. Okay, Charles, we're now on the 45 Open. So we've got the high-low platform option. We've got the lovely garage, which takes the Williams again. And again, if we just flick back to the GT, you can see at the back, both boats look exactly the same. And also, I'll show you how nice the cockpit is on this one. Which one do you prefer, Charles?
I'm always the one for the open
You're the open.
because living in the Mediterranean,
Yeah,
you're in the sunshine,
yeah,
you can relax on the aft deck here,
yeah.
the
yeah.
sunbeds at the forward.
What about in Essex?
Oof,
Too cold for you?
I just feel
Too
shivery
cold.
now.
Shivery now thinking about it.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you're in Essex, you might buy the GT, and if you're in Calador, you might buy the Open. And the first thing that happens here is this slides back like that, and you've got this huge sunbed, which I think is really, really nice.
It's beautiful for relaxing.
It is, yes. So let's show you the rest of the cockpit. Okay, so we're in the Targa 45 Open cockpit, and it's cavernous. This table folds out, and it folds away behind these seats, which I won't demonstrate, but you get a huge feeling of space, Charles, don't you?
It's beautiful, yes.
And what I like about the Targa 45 Open is the roof is massive. Look, I can't even touch the front, and it goes right back here, and that's because it concertinas, and it's got a fabric roof which it can park over the small space at the back.
It's a double fabric, don't forget.
Double fabric. We've got an inside, as Charles says, we've got an inside and an outside fabric. Now, the other good thing about this boat, and this is very rare, Charles, we actually own this boat, and it's brand new 2024 model, and we're going to be sending it to Calador. So if you want a Targa 45 Open for 2024, then send us a private message, because you could be on this boat this year. Now, I've checked availability. Once this one's gone, there isn't another one till the end of the season. So it's the only one I know of that's available for this season. Anyway, enough about that. You've got a barbecue, sink and bin, and we've probably got an ice maker. There's the fridge. There's the ice maker. And we have the shout window the same as the GT, the dashboard the same, and downstairs is pretty similar to the GT. Well, it's not pretty similar, it's actually exactly the same.
Exactly the same,
As the GT. But Charles, if you come up here and then look back, you come right up to the helm here, and then just turn around and put it on wide there, on wide scale, and we can get an idea of how big this cockpit is. It's absolutely massive. So no glass doors, same garage, same high-low, but a much bigger space and a much bigger roof. So let's just quickly show you downstairs and wrap this one up. Okay, so it's got a sliding door here to protect the downstairs against the elements, which that one hasn't because it's open. The dashboard is open, it's a GT. Sorry for the confusing language. Down here, it's the same. We've got walnut satin. Charles will again show you the forward cabin, which has got the scissor berths in the open position. We've got a head, which Charles will do a lovely walk through for you. And I'm back through here. And then we've got this really beautiful master. This is a feature wall. Each of these pieces is hand cut. I've seen them doing it at the factory. It's lovely. And we've got a sock sofa. So the choice is yours, open or GT. I think my favourite is the open, and that's not because I've got one for sale, it's because I think it just gives you that lovely wind in your hair feeling, even if you're in the UK. But if you want that closed door and you want that heat, then the GT is the one for you. Charles, what's your favourite? I've got to ask.
Again, I would always go for the open.
Yeah.
I'm a Mediterranean guy, and
Yeah.
I just love the sunshine.
Sunshine, you certainly do. So on that note, we'll see you on the next video. Okay, let's open it up. Crikey. Are we filming?